It's live right now.
All right. Do you want me to wait, or Ravi, do we have people in? Um, all right. Uh, Hi everyone. My name is Anshul. I am a global shaper from the Kochi hub, and I would like to welcome my fellow shaper from the Kolkata hub, Sandeep Kumar De, to the session. Sandeep is currently a second-year student studying computer science at Adamas University. He found his love for Web3 technologies when he interned as a designer at the House of Griffin back when he was in high school. He's working on his startup project, Project X, with the idea to disrupt the fashion industry with VR and AI. He volunteers at Bharat Scouts and Guides and Thinkers 50, among the many organizations that he splits his time with. Outside this, he enjoys playing football and playing guitar. Today, he will be leading a session on the relevance of Web3 technologies and why you should care about it. Once again, I'd like to welcome Sandeep. Take it away, Sandeep.
Hey, hi everyone. Thanks Anshul for the shout out. So today's session would be basically on what is Web3 and the basic guide how a beginner can enter into this Web3 stuff. So when we think that what is Web3, most of the people think that Web3 is crypto or all types of jargons like NFTs and all. So we will be taking the session as light as possible. So students like me can understand what is the basics of Web3 and why there is a boom right now in crypto and AI, all stuff like that. So before stepping in, humans cooperate via networks and like money, religion, trade shows, and all types of networks, and of course, internet. So networks must be organized according to the rules which require a centralized entity to enforce these rules. But centralized systems always don't work as efficiently as they should. So that's why decentralized systems comes in. So if we talk about what is centralized system, we can think of it like government, corporations, or any financial institutions which controls all the rules and regulations for the nation. But when it comes to decentralized system, there is a no one party which controls everything. So who controls the main stuff? So in the Web3 stuff, we use the technology called blockchain. So what is blockchain? Blockchain is a peer-to-peer distributed ledger which governs a network without a ruler. So which is open, trustless, distributed, and which gives ownership to the people like us, which centralized system doesn't. So when we think of Web3, most people think that it's kind of like a crypto or Bitcoin. And that's where the first use case for Bitcoin comes in. So the first use case for the centralized blockchain technology as a tool of distributed consensus was in the money and digital currency, which is Bitcoin. So a person called Satoshi Nakamoto wrote a paper in 2015 on the use of cryptocurrency and the use of blockchain. So, where he introduced a paper which says that after the centralized financial system, how can we can control the financial system without a centralized party like government? So the next stuff is what if we use the distributed system or consensus mechanism other than use cases? So as we already seen that in crypto there is Bitcoin and there is also Ethereum. So the Web3 decentralized future in the internet. So if we talk about what is Web 1, Web 2 and Web 3, these are the different levels of what we have seen in the web development stuff. So, what has started as Web 1, where people can read and cannot write. So, a centralized system was there, and he only controls the data that normal people can see and read. And what is present is Web 2, where we can read and write the data. So we can post the stuff on the internet and we can see what others are posting. So in the Web 2, what is present in what we call the social media stage, we can read and write the data. But we don't have the control of our own data that we publish on social medias. And that's where Web 3 comes in. So Web3, what we propose as the next next gen of the internet, where we can read, write, and own digital assets. So think of it like a situation where if I am a YouTuber and next day YouTube comes in and block my channel, and let's say I have a 1 million subscribers, but I next day morning I got a notice from YouTube that I no longer owns my own subscribers, and without any prior notice they banned me from their platform. So whatever the work I have put in to build my YouTube channel, I have no access to my own data, neither my subscribers nor my videos I can use for my next channel also. So that's where Web3 comes in, where I have the power, or normal people like us have the power to read, write, and own our own data. So when we think of Web3, there are some technical things that comes in mind like blockchain, then smart contracts and tokens. So what is blockchain? Blockchain provides the underlying tech and global settlement layer, and whereas smart contracts are a code where you develop a letter-like structure and you give computer some prior instructions. When the code get executed, you can no longer change the code. So basically, in blockchain, we uses some nodes. So once a smart contract is developed or deployed on a blockchain, the code of that smart contract cannot be changed further. So people like us or developers like us should be very careful while drafting a smart contract. Since if we developed a smart contract and we developed that smart contract without thinking twice and developed it and deploy it on the blockchain, that the data that is stored in the blockchain can no longer be deleted. So to delete that data, we need permission from others. So in the next slide, we will see that this is on the left hand side, we can see how a normal Web 2 tech stacks look like. And in the right hand side, we can see how a Web 3 tech stacks looks like. So you can clearly see that in the left hand side, there is user, then a browser, then we have front end, back end, and databases. And on the right hand side, we can see that the same thing is there, but which has more layers on it. So the next thing is in the Web3 stacks, we have layer one, the layer two, the development environments, and all stuffs like this. So in Web3, there are multiple layers. So the first layer is called the layer one, which is blockchain. Then there are level twos or layer twos, which are a part of the first layer. So if I talk about the examples of blockchain layer one, that will be a Bitcoin, which has its asset value, and who have the Bitcoin, the value of the Bitcoin gets stored as a store of value, but it has no other use cases other than store of value. But if we talk about other layer ones such as Ethereum, which is developed by Vitalik Buterin, it has uh, it has store of value as well as other applications as well. So from the Ethereum, we got layer twos like Solana and Polygon. These are the other layers which are under the Ethereum layer. So we have layer one, then we have layer two, then we have development environments. and some file storage as well. So I won't be deeper into the all technical stuff like that, but we will try to be as simple as it possible. So if we talk about what is token in the Web3 space or the Web3 ecosystem, what we call a token is a representation of a currency. So we can say that Bitcoin is also a token, Ethereum is also a token, Polygon is also a token. The representation of a currency in a blockchain is called a token. So we have two types of tokens. One is fungible and one is non-fungible. So in fungible token, we have equity, then governance tokens, then reward the works for a network, pay for services, and what is called staking. The secure the network is called staking. And in the non-fungible token, we have identity tokens, then access tokens, then we have status tokens or collectibles. So yeah, that was it from my side. If you have any questions, do let me know.
Yeah, any people can feel free to either drop the question in the chat. If you have questions for Sandeep, um, yeah, let's just give a minute for that. So, Sandeep, I have a question. Like, when were you exposed to the idea of blockchain, and what did you find fascinating about this?
Okay, so I stumbled upon this technology when I was in high school. So I started my journey in a company called House of Griffin, where I was simultaneously working there as an intern, a design intern, and I was also preparing for my JE. So around my class 10th and 11th, I got stumbled on this called what is Web3 and what is blockchain. So I interned in that company, and someone from that company reached out to me that they like my YouTube channel and they want me to get in touch with them and do their videos and editing of sorts like that. The company was basically doing a e-commerce platform. They were hosting college essentials for students like us, and last year, uh, the company pivoted into Web3, and I was there as a head of design. So I was crafting all types of presentations, then UX, UI designs. So I started learning how graphic design works. I started as an illustrator artist. Then I exposed to what is called Photoshop and illustrators. Then mobile design and UI UX. And since last year we have pivoted to Web3, I also get exposed to how all types of NFTs or blockchain systems works. So last year we have hosted India's first fashion show in Metaverse in partnership with VCCI and Papa Don't Preach. So what we did is uh, they had their exclusive lehenga collections. We did their lehenga collections virtually. We made the entire lehenga virtually, and we hosted a virtual roadshow by that company. So yeah, that was the journey I'm currently doing.
I have a question. How would you encourage people to, you know, learn more about Bitcoin and like blockchain in general? Where do you think is a good point for them to start?
Okay, so I started as a designer in the Web3, but previously I didn't learn what is all technical stuff. So whoever starting into the Web3 space, the two important roles that they can get into is like a community manager, that I'm also a part of TPH, as you can see, and or be a designer, I would say. Whoever has some knowledge of creative stuff and love to design stuff, they can get easily into Web3 like a uh, designer role. These are the two basic roles that people can get into Web3. But if someone wants to get a deeper insight of what is Web3, he should learn Solidity or all blockchain coding stuff. So this comes under the technical thing that one needs to learn. And by the way, blockchain coding or what is Solidity, the Solidity development stuff, this is basically simple as Python. So there are multiple if-else statement. So you have to define case one, then case two, then case three, and as per that, the contract gets developed. Yeah,
All right, cool, man. Yeah, I think if we have no more questions, we can call it a day. What do you say?
yeah, sure.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a great Diwali. Thanks.